there, my wonderful Virgos. How are you? Welcome to your mid-month November 2019 reading. This is going to be your general and love life mid-month check-in for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if you haven't caught your November monthly reading, it was solely focused on your love life, and I'll link it up here so that you can check that out. I'll also link it at the end of the video if you don't want to jump to it just yet. Okay, so this is your mid-month general energies and love life check-in. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for Virgo. So let's see what's going on with you guys. I just want to let you guys know, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. For everyone, for all of my subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to me, welcome. I hope you stick around. I hope this resonates and that you hit that thumbs up and double tap that bell to subscribe for new videos. Okay, so here we go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, November 15th through the 30th for my Virgo friends. What's going on? General, all tied up. Angel of Balance. Attachment. Yin Yang. Okay. These are some tough energies for you here. Excuse me. Okay, so some of you are feeling a bit tied and bound to a specific situation, and I have to point out the obvious here for some of you. Some of you have a negative attachment. You're trying to break free from whatever it is you feel that's bogged you down. If you're feeling like nothing is working out, you're not feeling completely balanced and centered, you're trying to find the balance emotionally, financially, mentally, whatever the case may be, at your job, in your home, in your relationship. You feel a bit tied to a stagnant situation. I want you for a moment, think about just how often are you thinking about what it is you feel has you in this mode of stagnation? Is it a specific amount of debt? Is it a business scenario? Is it an investment? Is it a relationship? Whatever it is that you feel that you feel as though you can't break free from it. I feel as though someone feels like this particular situation, person, place, or thing, apply it to your situation, feels like it is that monkey on your back, attachment, and you're doing everything you possibly can to break free from it. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're trying to abandon ship, but you absolutely are trying to break free from that lack mentality, that disillusionment, that feeling of I'm never going to get out of debt. But Virgo, my fellow Virgos, I know sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. I know that sometimes the obsessive thinking over something that's not working out can be like our own worst, quality, because we can be our own worst enemy at times. We continue to think about and focus on and dread and stress and just constantly think about what we don't want. And essentially what you're doing is you're feeding it that type of energy. You're manifesting what it is that you don't want. So for a moment, whatever it is that you feel you're tied and bound to, flip the switch, change the dialogue. If you're saying to yourself, I'm never going to get out of debt, why am I always living check to check? No. Be thankful and grateful that you have enough to cover everything that you have a job, that you have that you have enough to cover your expenses, that you have a home, that you have a mode of transportation, and that you will soon be out of the situation that you're in, that you're working towards. And you need to start putting that type of energy into action, because the more you focus on what you don't want, the more it becomes a negative attachment. And I also have to tell you that there's this, for some of you, not all of you, some of you have evolved past this, but some of you have an attachment to the pessimistic mentality. If you are going through some really rough times, especially during this Mercury retrograde, where you're feeling like everything's breaking down on me, miscommunication, I'm not getting along with people at work, in my family, my partner, my spouse, and you're just feeling stressed out and you feel like you can't get out of the simplest of situations, you're committing and you're essentially committing in terms of a commitment to that specific attachment. Your goal here is to find harmony and balance. Before I clarify with the Radiant Wise Tarot, I feel the need to pull the Power of Surrender cards, because these are, some harsh cards here. I feel that some of you, yes, you are going through some difficult situations. Others of you, you're soon getting out of that. Notice that the all tied up and the attachment, they are both 5 cards. You feel that if you are playing out the victim mentality, I don't want to accuse you of playing the victim, but what you're playing in your mind is, what I'm hearing or seeing is the situation that has you feeling like you are a product or result of what happened to you. Virgo. Been there, done that, moved past it, healed from it. So I can tell you from experience, you are not what happened to you. But you can most definitely heal and grow from it. You are not tied and bound to whatever has you in this mental state or heartache or disappointment and disillusionment. Power of Surrender cards. I feel like I need to pull a couple cards before I move on to the Radiant Wise Tarot to continue the reading. Stop feeling down about yourself. Don't talk negatively to yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Like, how did I get myself into this mess? How could I have been, so stupid? How could I have, lost control of my spending? How could I have invested in something that I knew from the get-go? I should have trusted my gut. Stop. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Virgo, you deserve better and you know it. A bit of advice coming from a fellow Virgo. When you've made a mistake, you fuck up, whatever you want to call it, right? Made a poor choice, bad decision, got involved in the wrong situation, whatever your situation may be, right? Give yourself enough time to feel what it is you're feeling. Sadness, negativity, disappointment, disillusionment, whatever it is, but cap it. Give it a time limit. You need a week, take a week to think about it, to face it, to feel it, to break it down with your analytical mind and to figure out why you did what you did and how you can learn from it and move past it. And it becomes easier to handle and deal with difficult situations. You are not tied and bound to a negative situation. Some of you have been putting off making difficult decisions. And so you procrastinate having to make a difficult decision, a difficult choice, or having to make a specific phone call. If you need to fire someone, if you need to quit, if you need to, whatever it might be. If you need to ask someone for financial assistance, if you need to give your 2 weeks notice, whatever it might be. The more you put it off, the more intense the anxiety begins to feel, and the pressure and the sleepless nights. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. I also hear, and I just heard here, if you're in a family business, but it's not your cup of tea, and your goal is really to invest that time that you feel is not where you can be the most productive, and you felt that maybe it's time to go back to school, maybe it's time to start your own business, maybe it's time to leave the family business and get a new job somewhere else. This is something you've been thinking about for quite some time, and you've just never put action into it. And the more time goes on, the more time goes by, the more tight and bound you feel, as though you can't move forward towards the path that you want for yourself. Okay, let's clarify. Here we go. General. November 15th through the 30th, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Yeah, two of Wands. You have other choices to make. You have other options. You have been contemplating switching careers, ideas. This is 2 twos, the High Priestess. You feel absolutely blocked. You have not been trusting yourself, your intuitive guide. Don't lie to yourself, Virgo. You know what you want. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That was the 3 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Let's see. Temperance. You have double Sag here if you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Six of Pentacles. You're giving too much of yourself for a specific situation that you're not feeling is for your highest good. You don't feel that you're being your best you feel like it's almost like a dead-end job, something boring. I'm hearing you're living out someone else's dream or expectation, but you're not doing what you want. You know what you want to do. You want to switch. You want to shift into what it is that you want. But you feel tied and bound to a specific situation. I'm telling you, I keep hearing family, business, job, something in regards to money. Why are you doing this to yourself? Didn't I say from the beginning? Virgo, come on now. Give yourself the cap. Give yourself the time limit. Feel everything that you're feeling right now. Break it down, understand it, and think of a solution of how you're going to transition out so that you do start moving towards your highest good. Judgment. Nine of Cups. 2 more cards, please. There you go. Magician. 1 more card, please, and let's move on. the Strength card. Let me tell you what's going to happen. This is opening up your eyes to everything that you've been putting off. The procrastination is real. Feeling like you're tied and bound to a specific situation. I mean, come on. Can we get any more synchronistic here? Right? All tied up. Knowing that this is a time for change. I also feel that you have an attachment to results. Things need to be done or need to manifest a certain way. And I feel like it's not you. I just keep hearing like you're living someone else's dream or expectation. You're blocking yourself. It's almost as though they're making you feel like you don't even know what you want. You start this, you start that. You don't even know what you want, so let's just keep this going. You always have the family business to fall back on. Take your time and think about what it is that you truly want before you move on to your next venture. But they're putting you down when they say something like that, whether they realize that or not. So before you move on and move forward, so that you do honor yourself, so that you do respect yourself, so that you command that self-respect, you've got to turn that high priestess right side up. Start trusting your gut. Start making the right decisions for you. And it is under that angel of balance. So you have an angel that's trying to help you, assist you to find the balance emotionally, mentally, whatever it is that you feel that you are lacking of, to help you get to the point where you finally feel like you're fulfilling something that you want. Because I feel like some of you have been doing what others have asked for you to do. Stop the people pleasing if you're not happy. Some people don't mind the people pleasing. They love making others happy because it makes them happy. I love to bring joy to my son. To all of those that I'm really close to, that I love, that I care for, I go out of my way for them. Because that's who I am. But if I'm overextending myself to make someone else happy, to keep someone else happy, and I'm not honoring what's rightfully my own happiness, my own time, then you're continuing that cycle. You're joining them in the lack of balance in your life. Find what helps you get grounded. Find that balance. Start with ending the procrastination, understanding what it is that you want and what you're deserving of. Take your time, as much time as you need, to help break down the ties that bind you. These attachments that you have realized, and I feel like I've just uncovered something here. These attachments that you have around you. You are giving more of yourself to someone else. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, yes, it's only a family business. No, some of you want to create your own businesses, want to start your own business, but you're making someone else a whole lot of money. You're giving them the ideas. You're bringing in the profits for them, and you're just like, I am making them rich. I don't get to come and go as I please, be my own boss, create the life I want. I'm fulfilling someone else's dream. I am making someone else's money so that they can continue living their dream. So at this point, I have to show you at the bottom your end result. Well, it's time for you to make a judgment call. What is it that will bring wish fulfillment to you? And how will you manifest that new beginning? And realizing just how truly strong you are to break free from what holds you back, whether it's other people or your own self-talk. But you are strong enough to break free from this and get through this. Okay? Before I move on, I'm going to pull Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. I pulled it for the last two readings. This is a deck that I've had for a while. I just never brought it out for any of my YouTube readings. So that's Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let me have some cards here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Surrender. Surrender the lack mentality. Surrender the low self-esteem. Surrender procrastination. Surrender the attachments. Surrender the need to please others. Start with making yourself happy. Give me 1 second. I had a card fly out. Wow. Resilience. Look at that card. You know you feel like that sometimes, Virgo? You don't even take time to make yourself happy, to take care of yourself. Some, very deserving me time. Get your nails done, your hair done. Treat yourself. I want you to go out there this weekend and treat yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Even if it's a manicure, hell, even if it's some Starbucks. Whatever it is that brings a smile to your face and to your heart. You have been there, done that. Reward yourself. Because your dreams, you have the power to make your dreams come true. Fruition, abundance, making it happen. At the bottom of the deck, look at that. Trust. Trust that this will manifest for you. These are very positive messages. I know it started off a little rough, but Virgo, these are very powerful messages for you to get through this tough time. For you to break free from whatever holds you back, from whatever makes you feel as though you're tied and bound to it, for whatever negative attachment you may have. And let's be real, some of you may need to get a cleansing done. Some of you may need to get some cords cut. Make sure that if you seek those types of services, it is from someone reputable. Don't ask me, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Love life, straight up single Virgos. Straight up single, no one in their life, not talking to, dealing with anyone, okay? Wondering why you're still single, when you're going to stop being single, where the heck is your soulmate? Where the heck is your twin flame? Are they going to come back? This is straight up single Virgos, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, November 15th through the 30th. What's going on? Where do we go from here? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. If that first part of the general reading applied to you, express your love by loving yourself. It makes you more attractive to others. And release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So some of you are straight up single. Now I have two scenarios here that I'm going to go through really quickly. If you've been stuck single, right? And I say it that way because I feel as though some of you feel like you have not been able to move past the energies of your ex. You're not talking to them. You're not seeing them. There's no communication. Some of you don't even want your ex back. Want your ex back. Let's just be real. You're like, good riddance to old BS, right? Sorry, I'm trying to, you know what I really wanted to say. I'm trying not to cuss. So you need to start by expressing your love to yourself. So if you're still hurt, if you're a little jaded, if you're still heartbroken, disappointed, even mad at yourself for entertaining a fool, for entertaining a liar, for entertaining a fill in the blank for your situation, cuss, say whatever you want about this person, it's time to go ahead and release that energy of the past. Doesn't mean you're carrying like some old, flame feeling, you're pining over them. But how you react to when I bring up the ex means you're still carrying the energy of that ex. So if you still get mad about how they did you wrong, how you caught them cheating, how they lied to you, how they were deceptive, how they, played out the scenario that they were going to make your wildest dreams come true, and then you realize that they were false, let it go. Forgive yourself for falling for whatever it was that they said or did. Forgive yourself for forgiving them one too many times and allowing that type of energy to come in, some of you, right? Forgive yourself for whatever it is you feel that you could have done differently. Because if you're replaying scenarios like, if only I would have said this, if only I would have just ended things at the first red flag, at the first warning sign, forgive yourself. Heal yourself. And guys, I get preachy about the self-love and self-care, but it is absolutely true. If you don't love yourself to insist on a partner who loves you and respects you and honors you, is loyal to you, you're setting the tone for how someone can treat you, not just once, but continuously. So you allow bad behavior, disrespect, or worse, abusive behavior, then they know they can continue with it. And there are those guys that understand that they fucked up and you forgive them and they get it together. And that part of them, that side of them never happens again. And those are the ones that are absolutely sincere, don't want to lose you, are going to do whatever it takes to help mend things. And then there are those who, even if they wanted to, are just having a hard time healing from their own pain. Hurt people, right? So go ahead and express your love to yourself. Now, others of you, not in communication with the ex, but still love them, still want to communicate with them, still want to know what's up. You have been thinking of communicating, of writing a letter, an email, sending a text. You just want them to know you're still thinking about them, whatever it may be. Some of you may have been feeling or thinking of doing this, whether or not it is to reconcile or not. One of the main messages I have here is it is time to clear your energy of this. For some of you, you do want to tell them that you still love them, that you're still in love with them, but you know that it's never going to work out. You just need to let them know that you forgive them and you want to move on because you feel that's holding you back. Others of you, what you really want to say is, can we start over again? I still love you. And I'm willing to forgive the past if you are. If you're willing to put in the work. So I'm getting a few different messages here. Others of you, seriously, you're just like the first person that comes across after I let go of this ex, I'm going to tell them how I feel because I never did before. You're learning your lesson. What is up with you, Virgos? I'm getting so many different messages. You guys are funny. I shouldn't talk. So here we go. Let's clarify this. Knight of Wands. If you were dealing with a player at one point, it's time to let them go. That's why you did not express your love, because at one point or another, you dealt with a player who stomped on your heart, broke your heart, stomped on your feelings, and then didn't really care because they had already had someone in the background, or they quickly moved on to the next person, and you're just like, how could I express my love when I'm so guarded? I'm still upset, angry, hurt, mad, whatever it may be, because of what the ex did. The ex was wishy-washy. They came and went. I couldn't trust them. How can you expect me to trust someone new, someone else? How am I supposed to express my love? Right? I know you guys are questioning that. Yeah, it is definitely someone from your past. But you feel like this was a soulmate connection. Like you had past lives together. Like there was just a connection unlike no other. And I feel as though both of you knew that, but one of you took advantage of it, whether it was you, Virgo, or this person that you were involved with. They had very deceptive energy around them. Either a fire sign or an air sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Oh, well, and Knight of Cups. Could have also been Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Four of Wands. Some of you single Virgos, I feel that you have had your share of exes that have come in professing their love, that connection that the two of you have. You're just awesome and amazing. You deserve the world. I want to give you that. I want to make you happy. We have a future together. I can't wait to build a family together, get married and move in together. And all of them made you that promise, and you kept waiting for that new beginning, waiting for one of them to follow through. So for some of you, your last 3 relationships, that's how it was. And each one of them had a similar situation that played out. So ask yourself, Virgo, why do you keep replaying this karmic lesson that you have a hard time letting go? I'm not saying you're asking for it. What I'm saying is you're going to keep going through the same karmic lessons until you learn it. Once you've broken that cycle, a new chapter in your life, a new relationship, a new partnership will come in. You have 3 sevens here. Virgos, if you're a bit jaded or defensive, and you're saying, you know what, I fought to get to whatever the last few relationships got to us, and for what, it didn't pay out. You're being cynical. You're being cynical and jaded. Not all of you, but some of you, I feel as though that part still comes out of you because you haven't made peace with all this X energy. And maybe some of you, it started with the fire sign. Didn't work out, they played you. You ended up with an air sign. Same bullshit, didn't work out. Maybe you married them and then divorced them. Then you end up with a water sign. Doesn't have to be in that order, but you know, you had your share of fire, air, water, earth, whatever. Whoever that first one was that cunning, manipulative, charmer that came and went out of your life, you carried that energy to the next one and to the next one. So you've probably been carrying the energy of the last 3 relationships, whether you've realized it or not. It is time to break free from that cycle. You have a choice to make here. Stay where you've been this whole entire time or break free from it. Tell me about the release your ex, please. When you do, you better believe, Virgo singles, A new pathway opens up to you. The light at the end of the tunnel when you've released yourself from the darkness that you've been carrying. You are holding yourself back from that path, that pathway of transformation to open up. So, tell me about this Seven of Swords energy, because I don't like it. Seven of Swords. Clarify for Virgo, please. You didn't like it, did you? Wow, quite a few men here flew out. Jesus. Someone you met through work, someone who may be an officer, an official person, a wealthy man. Definitely money, wealth, good career. Okay, clarify the Seven of Swords. That Seven of Swords energy could have been someone that you were married to, had a contractual agreement with, or have been involved with some legal matters, mediation. Some of you also feel as though you weren't expecting a sudden divorce, sudden separation. This can also be if you did meet someone through work. There is some sort of court proceeding, legal matter, mediation that maybe you're going through right now that you're caught up in, or maybe they are, and it causes huge change. Like if you were involved with someone at work and then someone files a complaint and then turns into this big old thing. One person gets transferred to one department. One person gets transferred to a whole other office, city, whatever. Like that type of change. Change of scenery, change of location, change of, environment. But I feel as though that Seven of Swords energy is petty. Like you did them wrong, they did you wrong. You guys kept going back and forth. And so it's like you guys just both basically gave each other the finger and try to one-up each other on who's going to get back to who and how. Don't play into that, Virgo. Let it go. Release the energy of your ex. Let's move on to the couples. Let's move on to the couples. Coupled up Virgos, dating, exclusively dating, seeing someone, love interest, married couples. Maybe some of you in-betweeners that are not quite sure if you're technically single or technically coupled, okay? Coupled up Virgos, November 15th through the 30th. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, please. November 15th through the 30th. Getting to know each other. If you just started talking to someone, dating someone new in your life, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That is for my newly dating Virgos. Or maybe it's someone who you've been seeing for some time, and the more you spend time together, the more you discover little things, the little details about each other. And calling in your soulmate. Some of you are with your soulmate. Some of you may be seeing someone wow, I was about to say, some of you are seeing someone yet calling in your soulmate. Not where I was going, but that was about to come out. So that applies to someone here. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I believe that was part of Scorpio's monthly love reading. Check it out. I will try and link it right here if you're interested in that Scorpio reading. Others of you, good job manifesting your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. And so now you've met that person, or this is someone from your past that you've always felt was your soulmate. Maybe you only saw each other or dated for a short amount of time, didn't get to know each other as much as you should have. Maybe you weren't intimately involved. Maybe you just didn't share too much of yourselves before. Maybe it was a casual relationship and nothing else, but then you realize, well, maybe they're the one for me. So the two of you are getting to know each other. Yes, look at that. Building a future together, growing together, creating that life for yourself, moving in together. You start talking about goals and dreams and, you know, what it is that you want for your future, and you start to realize, I manifested the partner that I want. I love it. I love it, Virgo couples. That's beautiful. However, okay, I'm not going to finish that sentence yet because we have the Sun card and that's all that matters. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going that way. Okay. You may get some communication from an air sign if you were dealing with an air sign where things just did not end or manifest the way you had hoped for, whether you think that they may have been your soulmate or they felt that you were their soulmate. There was a third-party situation here that ended up in heartache, but I feel that someone who thought the grass was greener on the other side discovered that it wasn't. They're still keeping tabs on you, though, social media and everything. They're pining over you, and they're just like, how could I have let that person go? If they're not an air sign, they may be a water sign, really any sign. But because I see the Queen of Swords here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, as the Court card, or a Capricorn, they have codependency issues. They have toxic behavior, addictions. They have not been able to break free from whatever it is that keeps them in this energy, and they know what they lost. They're definitely keeping track of you. They may be with someone else. They feel like you're their soulmate. They may be dating other people, or they may be involved with someone else, but they're still trying to figure out how to keep you there, how to call you back in. They're in pain that you're not in their life, but yet they're part of the reason why you're not in their life, or they're not part of your life. Five of Cups, crying over spilled milk. They, like I said, they thought the grass was greener on the other side. They thought it was like going the easy way out, taking the easy road. They thought they had a new beginning with whoever it was with. I feel that for some of you, this is someone that you were dating or seeing or was in a relationship with, and then they decided to go back to an ex. They thought they were going to go back to an ex and make it work. It's a new beginning. We understand each other now. We've broken some ground. We've discussed what didn't work in the past, but yet they haven't let you go. They went and started a new beginning with someone else. You've moved past it, but they're just like, I fell for it. I thought I had a new beginning. Meanwhile, Virgo, you may be seeing someone else where you have a new beginning. You're just busy making yourself happy. And the Emperor card shows up at the end. This is someone who has very controlling attributes. Things have to be done or said or played out a specific way, and they have a really hard time thinking outside of how that is supposed to be. if the end result is that 10 of Pentacles and it's not manifesting the way they wanted it to, they have a hard time letting go of the way the divine, the universe, spirit is telling them, no, honey, let me show you. We got better for you. You're going to have to go through this though, but we're bringing you better. And they don't listen. So you could be going through something like that, Virgo. But I feel that Virgo couples, you are seeing someone, you are in a good connection right now. I feel that you have met someone just recently that maybe you started seeing. This is for someone newly dating, and you feel like this is a good connection. You click with this person. If you haven't met them yet and you're out there in the dating scene, like you just started texting or messaging, maybe you're doing dating apps and you're getting to know each other, you do have someone that's keeping tabs on you, watching your social media. You know, maybe you have mutual friendships. Maybe they know where you shop, where you go. They know your route. They know where you live, where you work. And, you know, don't get creeped out. They're not going to do anything. But they're keeping their distance and they're keeping an eye. They know that they probably won't be able to come back into your life. And so they'd rather wallow in their misery and continue to stay in whatever toxic energy or behavior that they have. Meanwhile, you're creating your own new beginning, your own sun, your own 10 of Pentacles. Virgo, get it. Whatever it is that you want, that you're manifesting, that makes you happy, that brings absolute joy, that soulmate relationship and partnership, don't let it stop you, honey. I really feel like Virgo couples, this feels more like it's a cross-watcher message, but I don't feel like the 10 of Swords energy is what Virgo couples are going through right now. I feel that this is past energy. I don't even feel like... I don't even feel like clarifying this any further. What the heck? You want to know what that 3 of Swords was about? Let's find out. 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Concern. At some point, you were concerned of how you got to this point. I feel you got over it quickly. And then they're like, wait a minute. You moved pretty quickly, moved past this. Even though they may have been the one that hurt you or vice versa. Remember, it's a general reading. The roles can be reversed. That ultimately left them with that 10 of Swords energy, right? Yeah, because they had an expectation of you sitting around waiting for them to come back. And when they realized that you weren't, that 10 of Swords entered their energy. So if you haven't heard back from them, any type of communication, know that it may come to you unless, you know, they're blocked or whatever. But know that they are keeping tabs on you. That communication may come in. They're not in a very good state at the moment. So be prepared for hearing that type of communication. Do not let it infect your current status, your current energy. If you are happy and you are good where you're at, don't let someone's BS bring you down. Okay? So I'm going to close out this reading. Give me a sec. With Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Oh my God, all my readings have been really long. I gotta stop that. Oracle of the Shapeshifters. What is the overall message for Virgo to close out the reading November 15th through the 30th? Most important message they need to hear. Okay. Aww. Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. This is the number 4 card, which is, you know, similar to like the 4 of Wands. I feel as though some of you may have, I want to say like a group of people that maybe you can lean on, like your tribe, your, I don't want to say it's a therapy group, but almost like a men's group, a women's group. It's a safe place for you to be real with yourself. I feel that you have that and you don't realize it just yet. And some of you need to create that. Where is your safe place for you to go? You have someone there that you can lean on. Don't forget it, Virgo. You are not alone. And I know sometimes you want to be strong and keep pushing through, but just remember you're not alone. Okay, my fellow Virgos, I love you guys so much. Thank you so, so much for all the love and support. I just want to show you guys my gratitude. I absolutely love you. I'm thankful for you. Have a wonderful month of November. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed yet, double tap that bell to be notified when I upload your readings. Your December readings are coming in a few weeks, as well as your 2020 annual yearly forecast, okay? If you want to check out your 2019 yearly forecast and see how that has applied to you, I will link it here at the end. And so we'll see you very soon. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, if you're in the States, happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful rest of the month. Take care. Bye.